Everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. What I want to talk to you guys in this video is about certain programs that realtors offer. In particular, one that is, if they don't sell your home, they're going to buy your home. So I just want to kind of go over how this kind of works and if this is going to be a right tactic for you guys. So basically this program is really a marketing gimmick for agents. And I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it is a marketing thing. Whereas they will say, hey, you know what, if your house is not sold in, 60 days, 90 days, the agreed upon time period, that they're going to purchase your home for you. It could add a lot of security for the seller and it would almost seem like they don't have any risk in this. If the agent doesn't sell the property, well, they're going to buy it and they can move on. So it could seem like a good situation for the seller as well. How does this work? So basically the way that it works, there's no straightforward way. Every agent is basically independent and they can come up with their own rules on how they want to make this work. I've seen it that it works out in a way of if you decline any appointments that you have booked, the house guarantee is gone, the sold guarantee is gone. You would have to agree to certain price drops. So example is that if you listed your house for $400,000, but you might have to agree with that realtor that every 2 weeks that you're going to drop the price $10,000 to $20,000 up until a certain point where they would buy it. There could be other things that you have to kind of spend money on staging, or you have to agree to a higher commission. So there are a lot of in-between kind of things that you really have to get the details on so you understand what you're actually signing up for over here. The other thing is that what is the price that they're going to purchase this property for? If you list this house at $400,000 and you've done a couple of price drops, really in real estate, what sells? It basically is location, what your real estate is, and what condition it's in. Usually you can find a buyer for almost any property, but it just depends on the price you go down to. So now if you already started at $400,000 and say, for example, you've done 3 price reductions at $20,000 each, and you're basically at $340,000 for your property, you're likely closer to that number for your property. And the tactic may be is that they're going to get an appraisal done. If they get an appraisal done on your property and your property appraises at, say, for example, $300,000, not the $400,000 that you listed for, they could also have a clause in there that they're going to buy your property for 10 to 15%, maybe 20% less than the appraised value. So now here's the idea. You guys were going to list your property for $400,000, some number that close to where you were comfortable selling it for. Now you've done price reductions to about $340,000 or $350,000. You get an appraisal around that same value, and this realtor wants to purchase your property for $300,000 or $310,000. Realistically, guys, there has to be some kind of profit margin in there for the realtor in order for them to assume the property as well. I don't know, maybe they're going to take the property, they're going to do some renovations to it, they're going to stage it, and they're going to remarket the property so they can get the higher value for the property. But you have to also remember that there's got to be something in it for them. Now listen, if there was a property out there for $400,000 and you're willing to sell it for $300,000, I would be jumping all over that because I think I know what to do with that property in order to do something with it and turn a profit. You got to remember, there's got to be something in it for the agent as well for them to do it. Now, is this a bad idea? Is this all a scam? I would say no, it's not. And it all depends on your situation of where you are at. If you're tight on money, you've already missed some mortgage payments, you really need to get out of this house no matter what happens, and you just need to get out, then it might be a right strategy for you. So you actually have a guaranteed sale price. It may be a lot lower than what your list price was. You have a way out, I would say. My opinion about this overall is this. If you're really in that situation and you have no choice, then you may have to run with something like that. But if you do run with something like that, I would, call out many other people before I would settle for a price, just to make sure that it's been shopped around enough that you are getting the best price that you possibly can. The other thing also is that it might be worth, maybe from family, friends, somehow secure some extra money if you believe your property is actually worth it, but maybe the condition from getting the higher price for your property might be worth investing in that property in order to get a higher return for it. That's my opinion about it. I think it's mostly a gimmick. I don't really know how many agents have actually ended up buying homes. The way that the contract is written, you probably don't want to sell in your house if it comes down to it. That's my opinion. If you guys have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to me, send me a DM, leave us a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Until then, remember one thing, get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.